One of the questions that's kind of cropped up for me is the route that I want to go down in the superyachting industry in my career is, do I want to go down the engineering route or do I want to go down the deck route? So it's been a full week since I started and I'm absolutely loving it. I've been basically working alongside the chief engineer in the engine room all week. It's been absolutely great. I've learned so much. So I haven't really had to do any deck work at all. And so you're kind of faced with two decisions when it comes to what route you want to go down when it comes to superyachting. The two routes are either go deck and you work from a deckhand up to a bosun, then first mate, and then sort of captain on that side of the industry, or you can go the engineering route, which is the one that I'm kind of leaning more towards. It seems like there's actually a lot more to do in the engineering space. You can just end up getting really bored being a deckhand, and there's not really a lot going on. Obviously I don't really have enough experience to properly have a strong opinion on it, but having spoken to a lot of people, it seems like engineering is a good route to go down, and it's the one that I'm leaning towards at the moment. But as I say, I've had a really good first week and really enjoying being on board. So one of the things that I didn't really know about to start with was how much time you'd get off, and it's really no different to any other job. It's you work from about 8 o'clock in the morning through until 4 officially, but sometimes it will last a bit longer than that. I've finished at 6:37. You get weekends off if you're not on watch, that is. So one of the things that I've learned recently is there's this thing called being on watch, where you have to be on the boat for a specific amount of time to basically just watch the boat, and yeah, you're not allowed off it. So you can be booked in for a full weekend, so you wouldn't be allowed off the boat, for example, if you were on watch. One of the questions that's kind of cropped up for me is the route that I want to go down in the superyachting industry in my career is, do I want to go down the engineering route or do I want to go down the deck route? Now, I've spoken to quite a few people. The general consensus is to go down the engineering route, and at the moment it seems like there's a lot more to do in the engineering space. Employability is quite good long term. You can get on rotation a bit quicker, which means you can sort of have a bit more time off. So I'm kind of being recommended to go sort of down that line. Basically, the benefits of being on deck is that you can work your way up to eventually being the captain of the boat, which is quite an appealing position, although I've heard that it's very saturated at the moment. A lot of people want to do that, and I think there's a lower entry level into getting down that route, whereas the engineering takes a bit long to start with, but then once you're in, you're much quicker to get to the top role, if that makes sense. So it's quicker to get from your initial stage in engineering up to chief engineer, but in terms of being a captain, it can take a lot longer because you have more competition, and a lot more people are going for the same position. There's a lot more, I think there's a lot more exams and sort of modules that you have to go through in stages. I don't know like the full details, but yeah, so they're the sort of two main options, or the two only options, kind of leaning more towards the engineering side. It seems like there's a lot more to do as well. If you're out on deck, if you're a deckhand, most of your job is actually essentially cleaning the boat. And my experience of just doing deckhand work on just individual days doing day work has all been cleaning. So it seems like engineering is going to be the way forward, but I've still got plenty of time to make my mind up and work out what suits me best.